Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this? Man, penguin. Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Hey, here we are at Heritage War Eagle Baseball, and we don't know what to call it, but we're going to call it the Nest, the Palace. We've been kind of working on this, but hey, I'm Tom Olson. This is James Templin here, and we're here for the home opener of the Heritage War Eagles, and Coach Walker and the Birds are getting ready to kick it off here in a few seconds, but we give you a little lead up. I'm here with my good friend James Templin. He's going to give us a little insight on what happened last night, 4-0 loss to Har-ber. So, James, what happened last night?
Well, Josh Hines did pitch a heck of a game last night. Gave up one single run home run. I believe it was in the second inning. Just kind of got tired. Then switched out to another senior, Hayden Linton, to come in and pitch, and just some costly errors.
Yeah, and for Har-ber, Luke Cornelison and I'm missing the other guy right here, but they combined for a no-hitter.
Yeah,
so,
they pitched really well last night. Hopefully tonight we can see the ball a little bit better and, put it in play.
So were there some weather conditions in yesterday's game?
Oh, man, the wind was blowing in hard. It was blowing in hard from right field. It was kind of like swirling around. There was one fly ball that contributed some runs that was hit to right field where Jacob Elias was playing, and he had a little problems tracking it because he kept pushing away from him as he was trying to catch up to it.
I get it, and that was Blaine Van Helsen for Har-ber that combined yesterday for the no-hit, and it's not to be unexpected early in the year in high school baseball. These two teams, they've had some success in the past few years. Har-ber, defending state champion last year, and beat our brothers across town 2-0 in the state finals, and Heritage had a great season, finished second in the West. They were 25-4 and just couldn't get it done in that first quarterfinal game against Cabot, and they lost 4-1. But going forward here tonight, the weather seems to have kind of subsided a little bit. We've had a little hail. We are actually in a delay, but I think our start time, James, is 5:20.
5:20.
So we'll get going here. Let's just kick it off with Har-ber's going to be up first, and leading off for Har-ber tonight is Luke. How do you say it?
Cornelison,
senior shortstop. He was one of the pitchers last night. Batting second and playing second base is Luke Altum, another senior. Davis Dyer, junior catcher, will bat third. Aiden Evans will be the first base for Har-ber. Batting fifth is the pitcher, Rhett Richardson, another senior. Nash Jeffus, right field senior, going to bat, I believe that's sixth. Seventh is Jackson Pickard, left fielder. Trayson Reith will bat eighth and DH as a sophomore. And Griffin Kelly is going to be your center fielder and a sophomore. And Reeves Onspaw will be your defensive player. James, you want to take us through the Heritage lineup?
Yep, batting leadoff for the War Eagles will be number 7, junior Cooper Mann, playing center field. Batting second is number 1, sophomore Joe Walker, playing second base. Batting third is number 28, senior Josh Hines, playing left field. Batting fourth, number 27, JoJo Martinez, who's also a senior. He'll be playing first base. Batting fifth, number 6, senior Easton Royal, who's also the shortstop. Batting seventh will be Jacob Ham, number 5, a sophomore. He'll also be on the bump, throwing it out there for the War Eagles.
Gotcha.
Then number 20, freshman Boston Graber will be playing third base. Number 8, Carter Muth, a junior, will be the DH. Batting ninth, number 2, senior Thatch Dover, who will be behind the dish. And defensive player Jacob Lies, a sophomore, will be playing right field.
So it's a big game tonight.
It is.
This is a big game, and Har-ber being a defending state champ, the two teams are circling up in front of their dugouts and doing their last preparations here, and we're getting ready to have baseball here at War Eagle Stadium, and it is a hopping place tonight at Heritage. If you're not here, you're missing. Where else could you see the boys and girls soccer team play, the War Eagle softball team, and War Eagle baseball all in the matter of about 10 steps?
Oh, yeah. And, as much as I like, watching your boys play on the hardwood in there, I'm glad we're back out here.
It is. It's outstanding. And I've been on the hardwood for the last 4.5 months, but I was a baseball player when I was a kid and had my share of coaching it. So this is fun for me to get out here and see the hard ball go around. So.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching most of these kids since they were 9, 10 years old playing.
Awesome. So we're going to have a start time at 5:20, and we're going to send it to commercial here in a few seconds, and then we will be back for the first pitch.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this? Man, penguin. Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible.
I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Hey, and we're back, and the coaches will meet the umpires here at home plate, and we're getting ready to have baseball here on a blustery, stormy day. One of the things you point out, facilities-wise, is, James, I don't know what it was like when you were a kid, but if it had rained like it did today,
We'd be done.
we would have been rescheduling this one. But in the modern age with field turf, if it ain't raining, we're playing.
Oh, exactly.
So Matt Murray and I were talking earlier today about, some of the things we did when we were kids to get the field ready. And I don't know if I should even say this, but a few times we poured some diesel on the field.
Burn it dry.
And we set it on fire, and we dug ditches, and we did all kinds of stuff just to get the game in. And tonight, where it has basically been a downpour all day long up until about 2 hours ago, we're going to shut the faucet off, and we're going to play baseball.
I mean, right before 4:30 when that hailstorm came through, you could see it all over the field, and there ain't a drop there.
It's amazing the new technology and just the beautiful park that we play in. And I see some of the baseball guys. I always get disappointed because when you played outfield back in the, I'm old, but when that base hit came out to you out there at left field, it was stressful because that thing was hopping left, right, so on and so forth. And here the ball just kind of rolls out right to them. So.
Yeah, it'll move a little bit faster than it did
It
back
will.
in the day.
It will. And if you've ever played, I've never really played on field turf. My middle son played baseball here at Heritage, and I remember his first experience was a opposite field in the gap hit where he was at Joplin right after the tornado, and they had just put their field turf in, and he put the brakes on the slide into third, and
Overslid it.
He didn't stop. He ended up in the third base coaching box and did the old bear crawl back to third. But yeah, the first time on field turf was kind of amazing. And today, with it being wet, things are going to scoot through the infield for sure.
Oh, yeah, it'll play fast. You know, one good thing watching today out here, you know, I think Coach Walker has came to the conclusion and calls it Yosemite out here because of how big this field is compared to other places.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, looking at 385 dead center, 340 down the lines, 365 in the gaps. Wind's blowing out. They got to keep the ball down.
They got to keep it down, and you know, as a pitcher, when that wind's in your face, you feel you get this false sense of security that you got more movement, but the ball slows down and flattens out, and boy, anything up in the air today could be problems. So the War Eagles are going to send out sophomore Jack Ham, and we're going to take a moment here as we are going to sing the national anthem, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Well, we're a few warm-up pitches away from the first game here at Heritage in the 2025 season. James, that's Jack Ham on the mound. What can we expect from Jack going forward here? What do you know about Jack?
From what I know, he's on throw a good old fastball, curveball, probably a changeup. You know, his older brother just graduated from here last year.
Right.
Went out and he's out playing in Cali now, and you know, hope if his curveball's anything like his brother's, we'll be all right.
I got you. So curveball, fastball, changeup kind of pitcher. Sitting up here, he looks like he's got some above-average velocity. But a sophomore here in his first, I would assume his first conference game pitching. Leading off for Har-ber is one Luke
Cornelison.
I need to write that a little bit better next time. I'm going to erase that. So it looks like Gunnelson when I look at it. I'm going, that's not Gunnelson. That's Cornelison. Part of the big win yesterday, playing shortstop today is, you know, we mentioned here during the break, James, that you kind of have a little scouting report on most of these guys, having been coaching through the prospect organization through the last few years. So.
Yeah, prospects, perfect timing. Just my coach got to see a lot of these kids growing up, you know, playing same age as my son and all that. Hopefully we'll see him later today too.
Yeah. So
but Luke, he's got to get big bat. He's got a good arm, you know, from shortstop. Luke Altham, the number 2, heck of a second baseman. Mm-hmm. He's quick.
Gotcha.
He can get down the line.
So we got some speed here at the beginning of the lineup, and we're trying to get settled here. This is game 1. This is trying to get all the kinks out. And, hey, before we go too far, Jerry Davenport is kind of the producer of all this Heritage Athletic Productions and just done an amazing job. So when you see things here, as good as you'll see in some colleges. So we're really appreciative of Jerry. And here we go. Pitch 1 is a little bit outside for ball 1 to Luke Cornelison. And a ball 2 again, outside, and Heritage defense looks to be straight away. Is this guy right here? It would seem he's an all-fields hitter.
Yeah, he out there whenever he's, if he elevates it, he can hit it to all fields. Oh, there's a swing and miss right there.
Another nice pitch on the outside part. Looked like a fastball. 2-1 the count.
But yeah, they're definitely the infield set up for a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, and that's just kind of quick setup.
Oh,
and there's a drive to center field.
That's Cooper Mann right
Cooper
there.
Mann makes a nice job turning his hips there, and that's going to be F8 if you're scoring at home and for the first out. And he made nice contact, but a nice play by Cooper.
You see what I'm talking about? Elevated a little bit, he kind of carried.
You did, and out over the plate. He might have got away with one there, but that's one of those things in baseball. I mean, you can hit a lot of things right on the screws, but they don't hit the grass. So.
Yeah, and also being out here at Yosemite.
Yeah, exactly. So Luke Altum, the second baseman, steps in, and he's going to take the first pitch the other way.
There's Cooper Mann, right? Oh, just missed it.
And he's going to be on his way to second, which looked like a play that Cooper might have made. But, again, that ball looked like one of those spinners. What do you think, James?
Yeah, it looked like he kept kind of moving, just kind of misjudged it. But, keep him here at second base.
My father would say that was an error. And my mother would have said that it took extra effort to get that, so it was a hit. So I don't know what the official score, if that's a hit or an error, but either way, Luke Altum's at second base with Davis Dyer, the catcher, stepping in, the 3-hole hitter.
Yeah, we went. Jacob definitely wants to keep him guessing on what he's throwing.
Yeah.
He's the one that hit the home run last night, so we don't want to give him anything. Middle.
Right, he started him off with a breaking ball there, and my man Dyer said, no, we'll wait for the next one.
Oh, that has some good movement to it right
another
there. Another swing and miss.
Yeah, another breaking ball and a better pitch there that ended up outside of the strike zone. So quickly ahead, here is Ham, 0-2.
Oh, locked him up on that one right there on that outside.
That's what you put the old backwards K right there. A beautiful pitch by Jack Ham. Kind of crossed him up thinking another curveball coming, but a fastball on the outside part got him.
Yep.
So Aiden Evans, the first baseman in the 4-hole for Har-ber, number 21, a senior, steps in. Runner on second. 2 outs.
See if Jacob – there's another good curve right there. See if Jacob can keep it locked in and get out of the situation, leave Luke Altum out there stranded on second base.
Yeah, and he's made some really nice pitches here. After maybe giving up a couple hard hit balls, maybe 1.5, you might say.
Yeah. I was down. But I do like that he's leaving it down, living in the bottom part of the zone and not leaving it up.
Leave one up is always a problem.
Luke keeps creeping out there at second base a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good. Dropped that one in there.
He did too. He's got the breaking ball working, so that's 1-2. And again, he's out ahead of the 3 and the 4-hole hitter. So nice job by the sophomore getting out ahead here.
Got him locked up again. It was good. That Jacob Ham, the sophomore, coming out here in his first conference game on varsity.
Beautiful outside pitch.
Didn't let it bother him getting a hit. So
outstanding, and with that, they're going to leave a runner stranded at second base, and that's going to be 1 hit with 0 runs. And we're going to head to the bottom of the first inning, and we'll go to break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Do you sure want to do this? Man,
Penguin, penguin.
hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Hey, we're back here in the bottom of the first. James, nice job by the sophomore pitcher there, kind of pitching out of a slight jam in the first inning.
Oh, yeah, he did great. It was good to see, good and calm nerves from a young kid. Now let's just hope we can put a bat on the ball and
let's some base runners.
Let's get some base runners and produce some runs here early.
So for Heritage in the bottom of the first, we're going to send our junior leadoff center fielder, Cooper Mann, with Joe Walker, second baseman, and then in the hole, Josh Hines, our left fielder. So, like on the basketball court, you're going to hear me, reference basketball because that's basically where I've been and who I am. But, we always want to get out and make the other team play from behind.
Oh, exactly. Same thing here. Put the pressure on them.
Exactly.
Because then it starts producing over swings and trying to produce more things.
So here we go, Cooper Mann. Cooper's going to take a foul ball in the very first pitch. Looks like he was ready to take a hack.
Oh, yeah. Cooper can be pretty deadly whenever he gets on the bases. He's got some good speed. Hence the play he made out in center field a little bit earlier, tracking that thing almost to the warning track.
So there's Rhett Richardson, senior pitcher for Heritage. Or I'm sorry, for Har-ber. My mistake. That's going to be hard.
Two H's.
The two H's. But that's 1-1 where he misses with a fastball out.
That was down.
It looked like a breaking ball down. So Cooper's in a good hitting count here at 2-1. And another breaking ball in the dirt. Cooper's way ahead here. What are we doing here, James? I mean, these are kind of your guys.
He's going to be looking if it's down and he thinks he's looking for a middle pitch, give the ball to hit. There's one.
He shoots one off to the.
Oh, that's down.
And that's going to run to the wall.
He
might
get three. He's going to get three on this one.
No doubt. It's going to lead off the bottom of the first with a triple. And
there we go. He lost his helmet over there before second base.
No kidding. He ran right out of his helmet. And he kind of caught that right fielder for Har-ber. And that is Nash Jeffus. And Nash seemed to be playing a little shallow, didn't you think?
Yeah, he did. That's also the deal of playing out here. They're not used to the deepness of the field compared to theirs, I think.
What do we call this place?
All the boys call it Yosemite.
Yosemite, because there's a lot of grass.
There's a lot of ground.
A lot of space out there. So here's sophomore Joe Walker, the second baseman here, with a runner on third. Infield is playing in early.
It looks like they're anticipating a bunt or a hard ground ball.
There's a fastball away.
It looks like
it's a swing and miss.
Looks like if he puts one down on the infield, they're going to be trying to throw him out at home.
Yeah,
keep that run from getting across.
They are playing in early, and that's going to be inside for ball one, evening the count 1-1. Richardson here trying to get out of a jam with a leadoff triple. And the first conference hit of the year, I guess we would say. So good to see
definitely
it.
Good to come out swinging.
And there's one soft on the ground to the shortstop. And that's going to be Luke Cornelison there with a nice pickup. And they're going to throw out Joe Walker at first base for 6-3. And that first out, bringing up Josh Hines, left fielder.
Yeah, he's got some power. He can put it out there over the fence if he wants, if he gets the right pitch.
Infield it's still in for Har-ber.
The Reds going to definitely be trying to live down in the zone.
The curveball is going to be in there for a strike. A lot of breaking balls here early from both teams, and they've been pretty good. And there's one going to be out to right field. He's going to drop it.
He dropped it. Oh, can Josh get in there? Oh, there he is. Oh,
and he's safe.
He skirted that tag.
Nice play. That's Josh Hines. He's going to end up at second base, and it looked like going to be a sacrifice fly. The right fielder kind of misplayed it, and it is windy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an E9, though, because he hit him right in the glove.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a play that everybody thought he should have made, and he probably thinks the same thing. That's going to end up with Josh Hines on second base, and that's going to give the War Eagles a 1-0 lead here early. And that's what we were talking about, right, James? Putting some pressure on and making the team play from behind, and that's exactly what we got here. Martinez with a soft ground ball.
Oh, I don't know about that one. It looked like he might have got in there before his foot came back down.
It did look like.
But, two-man crew is kind of hard to see.
It is.
But that pitch ran up in his hands and just kind of hard chopper back to third baseman there.
And that's is that Reeves Osman?
No, that was which one, at third base?
Yes. Yes, he's at third baseman.
Yep. Now here comes senior Easton Royal up to bat, 2 outs. See if he can find something to put into play.
Yeah, the questionable call at first base is a high throw, but they're going to call him out. And the first pitch to Joe, or as we call him in school, JoJo. Oh, this is Easton Royal.
This is
Sorry.
Easton.
The first pitch to Easton Royal is a strike, and so 0-1.
Easton's, everybody looks at him as a small guy, but he's got some power in that bat. He's put on some size since last year. So,
and
see if he
another
can swing
breaking ball with the count 0-2. So Easton just trying to put one in play here. A lot of space over to the right side of the field. Third baseman playing even with the bag with 2 strikes. That's questionable. Easton's going to fight one off to stay alive. Count's still 0-2.
Yeah, and Josh is out there dancing around on second base trying to get the pitcher's attention out there.
He is. And the situation here, if one would get by that third baseman, and now he's backed up, playing more, I would say more conservative. Well, still 0-2 on Easton Royal.
There it is.
Easton with a beautiful swing, nice base hit over second baseman's head, and there the ball gets by, and Easton's going to be heads up into second. And Josh Hines is going to score, giving Heritage a 2-0 lead, and puts Easton Royal, I would say, on second base with a single and an error.
That's what I think, because, it was down either way. He's just misplayed out there, and good job switching places with Josh out there.
And a great job by Easton. One of the things that always gets overlooked if you don't watch closely is base running, right?
Oh yeah.
And that was outstanding. He made the turn hard, just like you'd be taught. And that little bobble, and there's Easton on second base. So another runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
And here comes Jacob Ham, the pitcher up here.
And Jacob Ham is going to take the first one in the dirt, and I guess you can't say that anymore, can you?
I guess you'd say in the rubber pellets.
So the first one was low, we'll say. So 1-0, Easton Royal on second base. Richardson with the set, and a breaking ball away. It's going to catch Jacob with a swing and a miss, making the count 1-1.
Be good to see him switch with Easton again.
Yeah, that would be trading places is what we say at our house when we watch the Cardinals play. Trade places with them. So
that was down. That curveball missed.
Yeah, another breaking ball down. It counts 2-1. Jacob could really help himself here. Changes the game when you're up double digits, up, a crooked number on the board. That's can make things much nicer for a pitcher. Curveball fouled away. That's going to bring the count even to 2-2. Lots of 2s on the board up there.
Oh yeah.
2 runs for Heritage. 2 hits for Heritage.
It's a great way to come out after the way it was last night. I mean, they're coming out swinging. They're finding the holes.
I just believe you got to make the pitcher a little bit nervous that if he throws one in there, you're going to take a hack at it. If he's feeling comfortable that he can throw the pitch that he wants to, that makes life easy for him.
Wow. Locked up Jacob.
Yeah, and lots of breaking balls, but he's going to finish him off with a fastball there, and he's going to strike him out, but not until Heritage strikes twice in the bottom of the first to take a 2-0 lead on a triple by Cooper Mann. Base hits by Josh Hines. We're going to call it a hit in Easton Royal, but they're going to strand one, and that's going to end the first inning, and we'll go to break here as we head into the top of the second.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this? Man,
Penguin, penguin,
hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Well, we're back from the top of the second here, and recapping the first inning. James, a nice start for the War Eagles.
Oh, exactly. I mean, coming out swinging, ready to put some runs up on the board. Effective base running, too, aggressive. I think we should take a minute, just seeing up there on the scoreboard out there game day sponsors out here is Everett, War Eagle Fair, and missed others.
Yeah, there you go.
Give them a shout out. They're huge support, and we all know, especially you, Tom, that a lot of these sports can be possible without some sponsors.
I know,
here.
and we're a blessed community with what we have facility wise and the support we have from our people. And Red Richardson, the pitcher, is going to start off with a ground ball to Joe Walker. He's going to gobble that up. One pitch, one out, and that's the way you want to start after you've took a 2-0 lead.
Yep, and that's what we call efficient.
That's what we call efficient. I heard a quote by Sandy Koufax. He said, "I became a good pitcher when I quit trying to make him miss and I started to try and make him hit it."
Oh yeah,
and
that's growing up coaching my son and all his friends. That's what I used to tell them. When everybody thinks about swing and miss, make them hit the ball.
Make them hit your pitch. And Nash Jeffus, right fielder here for Har-ber, senior, is up and he's going to swing and miss on the first pitch, strike one. But one out here. Heritage looks like they're straight away. Jack Ham with the set. And Jeff is going to foul that one back and fall deep in the hole, 0-2. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out, and an 0-2 count, just the way you'd like to start it after a 2-0 bottom half of the inning.
I'd watch for his breaking ball coming in right now.
I think he's hopefully not inside the strike zone.
There it is.
And there you have it right there. My man's a prophet. 2 fastballs, and then a breaking ball is going to get him swinging. So strike 3 and out number 2, and up Jackson Pickard, left fielder, senior. And this could be a quick inning after the 2 runs in the bottom half. Nice fastball by Jack Ham. Looks like he had a little run on that, James. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
turning that one over a little.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of movement on it. I mean, watching his ball, it kind of has good control and late fade to it.
And there's another, and he's again. I'm not going to say it. I'll wait till this inning's over. But he's up 0-2 here on Jackson Pickard, and the War Eagles going to have a quick inning here if things keep going like they are.
That's a good idea. Keep it down, see if you chase it.
Yeah, the old waste one. But that's the first ball he's thrown this inning. And that's another thing, right, James? I mean, Throw strikes,
Got to
right?
throw strikes.
Got to throw strikes.
Got to put over the white thing.
It's a ball inside, bringing the count 2-2. Good job here by Jackson Pickard after a quick 2 hitters to make Jack Ham throw some pitches.
No ball.
Fastball fouled back. Good pitch there again. Left-handed here, Jackson Pickard. Looks like Jack's a little bit. Not looking to throw that breaking ball. He's had success with the right-handed hitters.
Yeah, if you watch his breaking ball, it'd cut into a lefty. Oh, there it is.
There it is. There it is. A little off speed. He was out ahead of it. It's going to foul it back. Nice job by Pickard to stay alive, but still 2-2 with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom or top of the second.
Try to climb the ladder a little bit.
That's going to make the count full here, 2 outs. This is one of those times where you're just going to say, okay, I'm going to bring my good stuff to you and see if you can hit it. And that's going to be ball 4, putting Pickard on first base. Still 2 outs, and brings up number 16 sophomore, Trayson Reith. Did I say that right?
Reith, I think.
I mean, these are all your guys, right?
I don't know this one. I know a couple of them on Har-ber. I got kids that I know at Fayetteville, Bentonville West, Rogers.
There you go. Sounds like you've been on the U-trip circuit, or do they even call that it?
That was a good pitch by Jacob right there after a couple balls.
Yeah, he comes
losing
in.
that batter. First pitch strike to this,
Yeah, and I think he's been good there, hasn't he, James? He's been good at that. Getting ahead of hitters is always critical.
Oh, see if there, Jacob Lies right there in right field caught it.
I got the old Wrigley thing happen to me right there. There's a pull right where that ball was caught. So, James, I'm counting on you to make that call. But that's 3 outs. And you said Cooper?
That was Jacob Lies.
So that's going to be a F9 for the 3rd out. Nice inning by Jack Ham as he got through it relatively unscathed except for the 1 walk, 1 base runner, and Heritage is going to go to the bottom of the 2nd, down 2 or up 2-0, and we're going to send it away.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Man, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
And we're back. And we're going to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. And that's going to be Boston Graber that steps in here, 2-0 lead. Rhett Richardson on the hill for Har-ber, and that's going to be a fastball, strike 1. Both pitchers doing a good job here, getting out ahead of hitters. And, I think if you take anything away, you better be able to be ready to swing.
Drop that breaking ball on there. Boston here is the younger brother of Braxton Graber, a senior. That's a pitcher for Heritage.
Okay.
So
Boston is.
Got him out front.
Boston is going to strike, swing and miss at a curveball out in the zone, but that's going to be the first out. Freshman. Let's point out Boston's a freshman, so.
Yep. Yeah. Come out here playing varsity baseball, was on the freshman football team.
Yes.
Pretty sure you'd like him on the basketball team.
Yeah.
There's swing and miss by Carter Muth there. I think he just barely missed that one.
Another breaking ball for a strike and swing and miss. And
There has been a heavy dose of breaking balls out here today. I wonder if it has to do something with the wind.
It's been a long time, but and 3 breaking balls in a row, and that's going to send Booth to the dugout on another strikeout for the second out. But you get more break when you're throwing into the wind, and you feel like you're a better pitcher and you're throwing it harder, but you're not. Thatch Dover, senior catcher, is in, and that's going to be strike 1.
Hopefully Thatch can get a 2-out rally going here. They called strike?
Yep. Fastball strike, and it's 0-2 quick, and there's 2 outs, and this inning is flying.
Got him. Caught him looking right there.
And that's going to be a backwards case. So Richardson's going to come in and get the 7, 8, and 9 hitter, 1, 2, 3 on 3 strikeouts, and looked very, very impressive doing so. Curveball was very, very effective. And with that, we're going to take a quick break as we head into the top of the 3rd inning.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Don't String want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
And we're back here at the top of the 3rd. And Jack Ham's going to take the mound for Heritage. Really, really efficient inning last inning, except for the walk. James, what's he got to do here in the top of the 3rd to keep things going?
I mean, just keep doing what he's doing. Right now, just looking back through 2 innings, he's got 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and only giving up 1 hit.
He's going to lead off, or Har-ber's going to lead off with Griffin Kelly, a center fielder and a sophomore, and they're going to be back to the top of the lineup with Luke Cornelison and then Luke Altum. So certainly don't want to put any runners on base prior to those guys at the top of the lineup. So
just keep doing what he's doing.
Jack's going to come set. And the curveball is going to be low and away, just a bit outside.
I think that one just barely missed.
I thought that last fastball in the last inning was a little out. He's going to miss out again there to go 2-0 on Kelly.
There we go. Come right back in there with fastball.
And like, James, what do you think he had to take there?
Or he could have been, thinking down because that's where the last 2 pitches missed and just kind of caught him off guard.
Jacob's going to miss up and away with a fastball, making it 3-1. And obviously, the last thing you want to do as a pitcher is lead. I still have horror stories when I was a kid running some poles, we called it, for every leadoff walk, and there it is.
Ooh.
So that's
I wanted to call that one.
Yeah, and that's ball 4. So Kelly's going to take first base with a walk. And that's going to bring up Luke Cornelison.
Hopefully with Luke here, he can produce a ground ball to, turn a double play here.
Yeah, I think that's something you do is, as a pitcher, you're trying to look maybe to get something in the strike zone on a way.
Hey, there's a way to come back with a strike right there.
Jacob there with just a roundhouse curveball and kind of buckled Luke Cornelison there for strike 1. So nice pitch.
Another fly ball to Cooper out there.
That's out in Yosemite. That's going to be off the top of the wall. Cooper's going to play it. And that looks like Griffin Kelly's on his way. No, he's going to put the brakes on, and they're going to throw behind him.
That was good of Cooper to get it in quick. Hold him up at third base. Runners are taking third now. Still gives the defense a chance to work.
So a walk and a double is going to put runners on second and third with nobody out here. A little bit of a jam for Jacob, and that ball was close to being out of here.
Yep. A few more feet higher. Wouldn't shock me here. Har-ber put on a bunt. Try to push it down the first baseline, see if they can't get a run across. Make them,
and as you said before, Luke Altum's got some speed, so Heritage is going to play back in the middle and going to play in on the corners. And this is Luke Altum. And a breaking ball is going to get Luke way out front for strike one.
At the same time, it's good. This is a good test for the sophomore out here to see how he handles it.
Yeah. You have Martinez playing in at first base. That's going to be a breaking ball in for ball one.
Wonder if old Thatch going out there to calm him down, or maybe just crossed up on a little bit of signals or something.
Yeah.
Make sure they're on the same page going forward.
Yeah, I think a lot of that strategy too is just, all these guys know each other.
Yeah.
They play against each other more than, you get to know your opponents. You play against them in the summer, and let's keep him a little bit guessing and out of rhythm. So good job by Thatch. So 1-1 the count, nobody out. And a fastball on the outside part is going to be strike two. 1-2 the count. Runners on second and third here, nobody out. A strikeout here would be huge. What do you think, James?
Oh, it would. It'd definitely be a huge play.
Fastball fouled back. Count remains 1-2. So, you call this place Yosemite. 340 down to the lines, 365, 385 in dead center with a big, large wall, which kept the home run from happening in the last at bat. So 1-2 here. Ham to set. And that's going to be a breaking ball hit off the end of the bat. He's going to get a break here. And Joe Walker is going to catch a little easy fly ball for the first out. So that couldn't have happened better. The only thing better would have been a strikeout right there.
Yeah. But take any outs you can get.
No kidding. So F4 for the first out. Davis Dyer, the catcher, 3-hole hitter is up.
See if we can get a little fly ball here.
It would be nice.
It's short. Keep him, keep old Griffin Kelly there at third base, short fly ball.
And Jacob has been really, really good. Throwing strikes early in the count and mixing things up. He started Davis out last time with a breaking ball early and comes with a fastball on the first pitch. So, good job there. Keeping. One thing they got to get rid of is those elbow pads. It's just too easy to leave your elbow out there. It's an inside fastball, and Davis was willing and able to try and take the pad there to get first base, but it's going to be 1-1. And another curveball in to make it 2-1. So we got him quickly with a fastball on the outside part and 2 inside breaking balls. And that's going to be a breaking ball pulled down the third base line, but foul to even the count at 2-2.
Worked his way right back in it.
Okay, so here you go, James. How big is this next pitch in this game?
You definitely don't want to leave anything up that he can drive out.
Yeah, this 2-2, 2 out, or runners on second and third. There's a fastball up, and that's going to make the count full. What do we know about Aiden Evans, the next hitter? James, you got a scouting report on him?
I don't know much about him.
With first base open, are you going to mess with this 3-hole hitter here, or are you?
Well, Jacob, the way he's been throwing, why not?
Yeah, and he's going to jerk a fastball away, and that's going to be his second walk of the inning, and that's going to load the bases up with one out. But it does put the double play in order.
Yeah, definitely. Sets up a little bit better for courtesy. They're just putting a courtesy runner over there. Can't see his number.
13.
13.
You got him.
Oh, that's going to be Grier Graham.
Grier Graham, the courtesy runner
for the catcher there.
So Aiden Evans, senior first baseman here for Har-ber, is going to step in the box with the bases loaded and one out in the top of the third. Infield is in on the corners. And Jacob Ham to set. And a curveball is going to be fouled, what looks like out of play. JoJo is chasing, but that one's going to find the cheap seats and be 0-1. Good pitch by Jacob. Need a little two-hopper at the shortstop here is what we used to say, right?
Oh, yeah. Let the middle roll it right there.
Yeah, it's exactly, a little two-hopper just to the right side of the pitcher and just let it roll over and get out of here. So Thatch is going to talk to his pitcher a little bit, a few seconds. Going to strategize a little bit, and now Jacob Ham back to the mound. He's up 0-1 on Aiden Evans here in the top of the third.
Still got the corners playing in.
The corners are in, and they're not holding runners behind.
There's a good strike right there.
Beautiful fastball on the outside part. Ran that what looked to be like a two-seamer back in across the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Jacob Ham. He's going to be ahead 0-2.
Good idea. Kind of see if you chase it outside there.
Exactly. Move that one a little bit. It's a little too far out.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit outside. Tried to corner and he missed. Counts 1-2. And outside again for ball two. Again, Har-ber's got the bases loaded with one out in the top of the third. War Eagles would love to see a little hopper right there at Easton Royal.
Or not, it's hard to hit one there to Joe Walker. He can feed it over to Easton and
curveball on the outside part. And Aiden Evans is going to fight that one off down the right field line, almost into the softball complex. And the count is going to remain 2-2. Dyer struck out his first time up. Evans struck out his first time up. And that's going to be ball three, and the bases are loaded. No place to put them. That's what old Jack Gracie would tell me back in the Bob Maloney Ford days of baseball back in Rogers. No place to put them. Horse britches. Let's throw a strike.
Good idea.
And again, Evans fouls off a really, really good pitch. He's done a good job being tough here, putting the bat on the ball. And Jacob Ham, he's competing. This is kind of what high school sports is all about. The 3-2 delivery. And a beautiful curveball is going to freeze them. And that's going to be a backwards K for Jacob Ham. Great pitch, and that's going to be out number two. And Jacob's on the doorstep here getting out of this inning.
That was a huge strikeout right there.
Oh, it's a beautiful pitch. I mean, you just froze him, and, that ball looked like it was going behind Aiden Evans and then broke back in and caught the inside corner. So this brings up Rhett Richardson, the pitcher, and Jacob could get out of here. And I think even the ump was fooled on that one for ball one. Curveball on the outside part. and he falls behind quickly 2-0 to Richardson. James, he seems like he's working a little faster here.
Yeah, could be, this is a big situation right here. Just kind of,
I just think,
but I think he'll get out of it.
Yeah, I think it's the time where you just kind of got to take a breath and just think about one pitch at a time, like which he did right there with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I think little Ham out there he'll come back, and I think he'll get out of this jam.
I do too.
I got a lot of faith in him.
And it'd be another beautiful pitch, and he's back in it 2-2 here, and he's one pitch away from stranding 3 runners.
Sit here, just taking a big deep breath before going home.
Exactly.
Settle in,
slow down. Picture that pitch before you throw it. And a fastball on the outside part, and as they say, Rhett Richardson spoiled a good pitch. Good job by him, staying alive. Ooh, and a foul ball. A computer technology error on the spelling of heritage. That's nothing that's happening here in the box. It's a computer glitch we're not aware how to fix at the moment.
Neither one of us are IT guys.
Yeah, exactly. So here we're back 2-2, and that's going to be a curveball, and that freezes them.
And Mr. Jacob Ham out there has every bit to show that emotion. Get out of that jam.
Kidding.
That's
Exactly.
a huge, huge pitch.
He goes back-to-back Ks to get out of a bases-loaded jam, and that's going to keep the Heritage War Eagles up 2-0 going into the bottom of the third. And with that, we're going to take a short break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Do you sure want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More.
So we're back, and Rhett Richardson's going to take the mound for the Har-ber Wildcats. Heritage is going to go to the bottom of the third inning with a 2-0 lead after sophomore Jacob Ham pitches himself out of a mess with almost home run, coupled by 2 walks that loaded the bases, but he comes back and strikes out the final 2 batters and gets out of it without giving up a run. And Rhett Richardson's here, and and Cooper Mann for Heritage is going to lead off the bottom of the third. Cooper's going to call timeout. Cooper led off the top of the first with a triple to right center and got things going right off the bat for the War Eagles. Richardson to set. And breaking ball is going to be a 2-hopper at Corneliuson at short, and Cooper Mann's going to be out 6-3. So nice contact, but again, in baseball, right at him. And old Luke for Har-ber is going to take care of it. So 1 out here in the top of the third, bringing up Joe Walker, sophomore second baseman. Joe's going to take the first fastball on the outside part for a strike. Richardson to set. And the check swing on the breaking ball is going to put Joe in a hole 2-0-2. So James, you're back. What do you think of that sophomore pitching out of that inning? That's tremendous. Good sign for Coach Walker and the gang.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he stayed calm and, didn't let it get the best of him. When I was coming back up here, just give everybody an update. If you're, curious about Heritage softball over there, they're up 1-0 over Northside right now.
Northside, yeah, 1-0. Lots of conference games going on. Both soccer teams are in conference games, and softball, and here at the baseball field. So Joe's going to take ball 2 in the dirt, and it's going to even up the count 2-2. Joe's going to spoil a breaking ball, and a good one at that. The count remains 2-2. So one hopper back to the pitcher. Not bad contact by Joe, but just in the wrong place, and that's going to be out 1-3. And that's going to be out number 2 for Richardson, and he's cruising through these last couple of innings. That's 5 straight outs, actually 6 straight outs for Richardson as we go to the number 3 hitter, Josh Hines, left fielder, senior. And Richardson working quickly. And breaking ball is going to get a swing and a miss. Josh had an interesting play out in right field the first time up, didn't he? But
yeah, I mean, he had a heck of a hit out there.
breaking ball is going to find it quickly down 0-2.
There's a little single right there.
And there you go. Josh Hines with a nice 2-strike base hit up the middle. And that's going to spoil Rhett Richardson's 6 in a row and going to put a runner on first base for Heritage. So a nice job there taking the ball the other way.
Oh, exactly.
Did he play for you? You must have taught him that.
No, no, he played for Express. But same deal, you know, some of the seniors from around here, you know, Josh grew up, you know, knowing his dad and hearing about him playing. And, you know, he's another one that JoJo finds, you know, can put a hard hit on the ball somewhere. He could easily get home from first.
Yeah. So Joe Martinez, or as we call him, JoJo's up, breaking ball, and Joe's going to take it. He's going to take a cut at it, and it's going to make it 0-2. And it's one thing both pitchers have done well, for the most part, is get ahead of hitters, and they've thrown a lot of first and second pitch strikes. Joe's going to swing and miss. The ball's going to bounce. And Har-ber's going to throw him out at first. And that's Davis Dyer there making a nice play to end the inning as Joe Martinez strikes out and is thrown out at first for the third out. Heritage is going to leave one runner on after a base hit by Hines, but that's going to end the third. And after 3 complete,
Heritage 2, Har-ber 0.
And we're
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Don't you sure want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace.
All right, and we're back. Har-ber's going to lead off with Nash Jeff is here. Jacob Ham back out there on the mound. See if he can just continue on the way he's been rolling this whole time. He's been pitching really well. First pitch swinging on Nash for strike one. There's a little flare, short center for a single. Now be Jackson Pickard coming up to hit for Har-ber.
What happened? I believe for a second you gave up a hit. I know. I keep saying that.
Pickard squares the bunt, pulls it back for a ball. Brings the count to 2-0.
2-0. Our apologies. It's hard to keep Jack and Jacob separated. You got me caught up. So this is Jackson Pickard.
Yep. Pick off attempt by Jacob Ham.
Jacob Ham. Jacob Ham.
Jacob Ham.
Yeah, you just keep it straight here, because 2-1 to count on Pickard. Runner on first. We're going to bunt it. And nice.
Good job, Boston, out there.
Austin Graber, the freshman, great job. And I think there was some really good communication there. It was a hard bunt, one hop. And he did a nice job cutting down the lead runner there. So that's going to take Jeffus and going to put him in the dugout for the first out. Pickard's going to reach first on a fielder's choice, bringing up Trayson Reith.
See if we can turn two here.
Good job by Cooper, just kind of eating it right there. And ground ball back to the pitcher. And then trying to throw uphill to the second base. That takes some concentration. And he just didn't quite get it up to the second baseman. So it's going to move Pickard to third. And that's going to put Reith on first base with an error. So we're back in first and third here with one out.
Still one pitch away from a double play and getting
Just
out of
one pitch, and exactly right. And again, Jacob has been outstanding tonight.
Har-ber coach comes out. Let's see what he's about to do here.
So 13 is. I don't understand this as a coach, but they're gonna. 13 has been in the game as a courtesy runner, and now he's coming in to run for the DH Trayson Reith, which I assume that's legal because the ump's okay. So he was a courtesy runner. Now he's most likely running for Reith, but Reith will most likely re-enter.
Yeah, I get a little tricky in some of these.
Yeah.
This is Graham coming back out there to run again.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I don't know because I'm a basketball coach. I'm not sure that you can multiply run a courtesy runner in multiple positions. I don't think you can. And I think the umpires are discussing that. If he's been in the game as a courtesy runner prior to this, then can he only run for that guy again?
I believe so, but we'll see what Coach Walker, what happens. The umpires will go over and talk to Coach Walker about it.
And I'm sure Coach Walker will say, well, whatever he would like to do is, I'm easy going. It's okay. But you could see that it could be kind of an advantage.
So it looks all good.
It looks all good. Everybody's okay with it. So you're okay with this. So we're okay with this. So this is number 3, Griffin Kelly. He walked his first time up. The ump is not wanting to let a pitch be thrown. I don't blame him. He doesn't have his mask on yet. Jacob Ham is here set. Runners on first and third. 1 out, and top of the 4th. And the old fake to third, which never works, but it does tell you what that runner at first is thinking.
That it does. You'll see if he takes off or not. And
there's a fake bunt.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. So Jacob Ham, that throws a nice fastball on the inside part as Kelly squares and gets a foul ball, and that's going to make the count 0-1.
Now we're going to talk, with the Har-ber coach. Griffin Kelly didn't believe it, was a foul ball, but the umpire said it was.
Yeah, and just some gamesmanship here. The call was made as a foul ball. I don't know how you're going to reverse that. He threw his hands up and called the ball dead. They're going to ask for help, but if you call it dead, James, isn't it dead? I mean, no matter what you call.
Well, he can believe the Har-ber coach asked him to see if he saw anything different, and they'll come out there, and I bet you it's going to stay the same. 0-1 count.
I would never do this as a basketball coach, but sometimes you just kind of do things to make things break the rhythm of the game. He threw a kind of a wild pitch, and that's what I'm thinking about a little bit. So 0-1 the count here to Kelly. And again, Jacob Ham is going to fake the third to see what that runner at first is going to do. Kelly, a sophomore center fielder.
Another foul ball.
Another foul ball.
That's the one difference between, turf and dirt is sometimes you never know exactly where that ball's going to spin out here. You don't have the grass or anything, the edges to kick it back.
That's right.
You can spin a little weird.
So 0-2 the count here. The runners on first and third, top of the 4th.
That was a good breaking ball.
Breaking ball is going to be taken for ball 1. And
that's not a bad pitch, though. Yeah, had him swinging, see if he'd bite on it.
Yeah, I think, something soft and away could elicit a ground ball and get you out of the inning.
Let's see if he can.
There's one, and there's
there
two.
There we go. Nice double play right there. Jacob Ham got himself out another one right there.
He did, another jam. So we're going to double them up there with Kelly and Wright, and that's going to end the 4th inning. And the War Eagles are going to take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th. And with that, we are going to take a short break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Do you sure want to do this?
Hey, Penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
The War Eagles are sending Easton Royal Jacob Ham and Boston Graber up to the third inning. Sorry, they had a little confusion there, but here we go. Easton Royal to start the bottom of the fourth. Rhett Richardson has gone the distance for Heritage, and again
For Har-ber.
I'm sorry, for Har-ber, and again gets out front. I'm out of shape for calling baseball. This is the fourth inning. Breaking ball in the outside part, and Easton takes it, evens the count 1-1. Heritage, Har-ber, Heritage. You just call them the Wildcats, and the War Eagles might be.
Let's just go that way.
Let's go that way, and quit confusing everybody. That's looked like a fastball that hit the corner of the plate, and that's going to make it 2-0. So Easton for the War Eagles is going to be ahead in the count 2-1. Richardson comes back with a curveball for a strike, evening the count 2-2. Easton fights off another breaking ball, and the count remains 2-2. Richardson has done a nice job, as we said, getting ahead of hitters. Yeah, and we're going to get a catcher's interference. And Easton's going to take first base on a catcher's interference. And you always see you can hear the interference. You know, that swing went thud and his bat stopped and the ball hit the catcher's mitt and fell down. And so I think that was a pretty easy call. So Easton's going to be our leadoff hitter, and it's going to get on base, bringing up Jacob Ham. James, this kind of the time of the game where you try and manufacture some.
Oh yeah, you want to push across some more runs, put a little bit more pressure on them.
He had Easton leaning there on the throw to first, but Easton makes it back in.
See if Jacob can find a hole here. Advance, push Easton over.
You just wonder if this is something where you might send a runner or bunt and run or hit and run here with a 2-0 lead in the fourth, because a run here would be huge, just one. And Jacob does a nice job spoiling that breaking ball, but he does fall behind 1-2.
Oh, 1-1.
1-1.
1-1 on that one.
Thought he had two foul balls. Another throw to first, and Easton is back. They think he's going.
Just got to keep him honest. Keep him close to the bag. Makes it a little bit harder to steal, but Easton is.
And there he goes. And the hit and run was on. And Jacob is now in the hole 1-2, but a nice jump there by Easton, and
that was a good idea. Jacob trying to push it down the right field line, because
there's a big gap there. That's right, and that
on a hit and run, Easton third, possibly home on that one.
Now with two strikes, I think you played a little more conservative, but he doesn't. He's off to the races, and that ball is going to be foul down the right field line.
Yeah, it seems like he's really trying to push it down that right field side over there.
Yeah, they could commend Easton because he did a nice job in the first inning. He had a base hit and did a nice job moving to second on a bobble in the outfield. And he did a good job there because he saw the foul ball. He put the brakes on. So count 1-2. Royal again back before the throw to first.
You know, sometimes sitting here getting those leads, dancing with the pitcher, taking off your steals for your hit and run or whatnot. Sometimes it kind of gets in the pitcher's head a little bit because they're so worried about you.
They're concerned about letting him get the second. And a throw is a throw. If you throw 12 times to first base, that's, and there it is again, and Easton is back. Count is 1-2. War Eagles lead 2-0 here with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Easton Royal at first, Jacob Ham, and that's going to be a soft ground, and the first baseman is going to catch it, a soft liner to first base for the first out, and Jacob Ham is going to be out. Easton Royal remains at first and brings up
Boston Graber.
Freshman Boston Graber. James, you think here it's kind of a similar situation? You know, you got a guy that's one of your lower guys in your order and a runner at first.
Boston can swing it, though. He can drive a ball. You just got to find,
Swings at a breaking ball in the dirt for strike one.
Well, he finds that he can drive it, that's for sure.
They are very concerned about Easton Royal, which I just want to say, Easton Royal is like one of the best baseball names I've ever heard. And there's a pitch out that wasn't much of a pitch out.
Sitting here watching Richardson right now in this inning, he seems a little bit more uneasy than he has in the previous ones.
Yeah, and I think, it is March and it is the fourth inning, and he's had some quick innings, but still, I don't know that you're built up like you would be later in the year. And when you've thrown 27 times to first base, doesn't help either.
No.
Graber steps in, Richards into the set. And a breaking ball for a ball. And that's going to be 2-1 to Graber. I've always wondered too, James, why is 2-1 such a hitter's count and a chance to steal second? I mean,
sometimes you're going to sit here and look, maybe come with an off speed or something that's like down like that.
Because that would have been a pitch to steal on there.
It would have, but Easton's got really good eyes and can see the ball well and know, he doesn't want to risk being another out.
Right, exactly.
Boston's up 3-1, give him a chance. Maybe you can push him over or, draw a walk, and now we got 2-1 instead of
exactly. It's
nobody
3-1 here. You
can
be selective, especially with a 2-0 lead here in the fourth inning.
Well,
it's going to be a fly ball to center fielder. Griffin Kelly is going to make the play for the second out. Boston Graber is going to fly out to the center field for the second. Bringing up Carter Muth. Am I saying that right, James? Muth?
I think it's Muth.
Muth. Muth struck out his first time up. And there goes Royal, and there's a swing and a miss. And he's going to be safe with a stolen base.
Day there just kind of threw it on the wrong side to second base and worked in Easton's favor.
It did, and he had a nice jump and a lot of pitches here for Richardson.
That's one good thing, as hitters. Of course you want to hit and everything else, but you want to sit there and work the counts and
you want to see a lot of pitches, right?
Yeah, drive at the pitch count, tire them out sooner.
Exactly. You know, you just
They're
I
being
just
really
feel like the
selective.
hitter has the advantage the more pitches are thrown.
We're third time through the order here.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it more, you've seen more pitches, and
A little better read. Yep, there's one.
oh,
There's
and
one
that's
down.
gonna, yep,
Easton's going to score here.
base hit by Muth,
That was
and
that was a perfect hit right there.
yeah,
Just off the glove of Luke Cornelison out there at short, but slowed it down enough to give Easton, the
Right.
ability to get home.
so Easton Royal's going to get the first on a catcher's interference. He's going to steal second, and then he's going to score on Carter Muth's base hit, and that's a little bit like manufacturing runs right there. And there's going to be 2 outs. Carter's going to be at first base, going to bring out Thatch Dover, catcher, senior. And there's one in the dirt for ball 1.
Gotta take a minute. That one caught the catcher a little weird, wrong there.
Yeah, who signs up to be catcher? Or goalie? I mean, they just throw things, kick things at you.
Throw things, you catch weird bounces up underneath into the throat. They wear all that, the hockey mask protects them quite a bit, but every now and then we'll sneak through there.
And it looks like he's going to be okay. That's Har-ber's catcher, Davis Dyer, a junior, and it looks to be one of those, because you put tough kids there behind the plate, right?
Oh, you got to be.
They got to be tough, and they take some shots, and I think he's going to be okay. I just think he's going to he's shaking this one off. But.
They'll give him a little bit and make sure he's good. And
That's when you look at the pitcher and you're a catcher and you say, hey, what was that? I mean, can you keep that deuce out of the dirt so it doesn't pop up and hit me in the throat? I mean, so just to recap, Heritage is up 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Cooper Mann started the game off for Heritage with a triple and scored on Josh Hines. We're going to call it a hit and a second, getting to second on an error, and then scored on Easton Royal's base hit. Right? So that's the recap of the first inning with ending at 2-0.
Yep.
Right, and then the Easton Royal comes up in the 4th and gets on base on a catcher's interference, steals a base, and then scores on Carter Muth's base hit. And that catches you up 3-0. Jacob Ham has pitched out of a couple jams and is still has not given up a run. We're going to start here after a few warm-up pitches with the catcher, and we're going to get back at it, and we're going to put Carter Muth back at first, and it's going to be 1-0 with Thatcher Dover at the plate.
Taking a break for something.
We could have went to commercial with all of them. You needed the guy with the orange sleeve. Everybody, the Razorback football game, you got time to go to the concession stand when the guy with the orange sleeve comes out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're probably going to get old
Oh, here he comes back out.
Davis Dyer a little more protection, and
Looks like he's ready to go.
so Carter Muth, first base after an RBI base hit, brought in Easton Royal. Thatcher Dover here with 2 outs, and the count 1-0, and we're back at it. Richardson has gone the distance. Thatcher's going to do the old fake bunt and take a strike. Third baseman playing in. There are 2 outs. Swinging a foul. Bringing the count 1-2. can still see that storm in the east, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
You look across the horizon here to the east over the center field or right center wall, and you can still see lightning flashing. It's going to be a breaking ball outside, just a bit outside. So the stolen base, James, that was a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Huge. I mean, advance 90 feet, get to second, get in the scoring position. Those little singles like that can get you home.
And, it's going to be a fastball on the outside part, and Thatch is going to look at it, and it's going to be a backwards K for the third out. But not until Heritage adds to their lead and goes up 3-0 as we go to the top of the fifth. And with that, we'll take a short break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Do you sure want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
So we're back here to the top of the fifth. And Jacob Ham has gone the distance. He's going to take a 3-0 lead in here into the top of the first. Luke Cornelison is going to lead off, senior shortstop tonight. Luke is 1 for 2 with a fly out to center field and a rocket shot off the top of the wall for a double. He's going to take the first pitch for a strike. And a curveball, not fooled, but is jerked foul down the third base line.
Long strike there.
Long strike. And that's 2 pitches, 2 strikes. So obviously don't want to fall behind Luke Cornelison. I don't know much about Har-ber, but just from watching this young man play, he looks like he's a pretty talented kid.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely got some talent. You know, we've seen his bat. And
since he was part of a pitching no-hitter yesterday. 1-2 the count. Misses there with a fastball.
Oh, rung him up on that one.
He did.
He froze him.
He did. Another beautiful curve ball, breaking ball, we'll call it, by Jacob. And that's a backwards K to start the 5th inning. Luke Altum, senior second baseman, steps in, and Jacob quickly ahead, strike 1. That's Jacob Ham's 6th strikeout tonight, and he's quickly ahead on a foul ball, 0-2. So 6 strikeouts, only a couple walks. Pretty good outing by your.
Oh, that's a really good outing
by your sophomore starter here, and he's got you into the 5th inning, up 3-0. So just a really special performance. There's a couple hopper to old Joe Walker there at second base, and he handles that no problem. So,
you know, pitching coach Derek Wynn, he has a saying, strikes are cool.
Strikes are cool.
Strikes are cool. And Jacob's throwing a lot.
He's
doing
throwing
his
a
job.
lot. He's been real cool tonight, hasn't he?
Cool.
So quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th with a ground ball to Joe Walker. Brings up Davis Dyer, the catcher.
Barely missed on that one.
Davis singled in the third and struck out in the first, and he's ahead in the count 1-0 there on a questionable ball strike call. And that's how you do it. That's the way they teach you in the batting cage there. Base hit up the middle, Davis Dyer for his second hit of the night.
We'll have number 7 for Har-ber, Knox Nally coming into courtesy run for the catcher,
Okay,
Davis Dyer.
So we're not going to use the same guy all the time.
No.
You can hear some bitterness coming out. I just never seen that before, where you could run for multiple guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at their lineup and the number of people on there. There's subs. There's a bunch.
There's a few to run. So Aiden Evans up here, senior first baseman, runner on first with 1 out.
Man, he's got that curveball working inside really
well.
well.
That is.
I mean, they all act like it's about to hit him, then it just drops in there.
I just think it'd be really hard to keep that one fair, even if you could hit it solidly. I think you just hit it down to third base foul. And there he's late on the fastball. Another good pitch, a good location by Jacob Ham. Go quickly ahead, 0-2. 2 outs here. Top of 5.
Oh, got him with that one.
And that froze him. So Aiden Evans is down on strikes with a beautiful pitch by Jacob Ham for the third strike.
I don't know if people at home can hear that are watching this, but sitting next door to us, Jacob's dad, Gary's over here. He's fired up on that one. I don't blame him.
He should be. So we're through 4.5 here. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, and Heritage is going to take a 3-0 lead. And with that, we'll go to break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
As we head into the bottom of the 5th, that's Rhett Richardson out there for Har-ber, and he's gone the distance. And with the exception of a couple hiccups, he's had a really nice outing going into the 5th inning.
Well, in between innings over there, I was talking to Gary Ham, Jacob's dad, and he was letting me know,
It's not
Jack's
Jack.
No, he said Jack's at home watching, so
Okay.
It's good to know the alumni is still keeping an eye over here. And,
That's outstanding.
he was one of the ones that pointed out, kept calling him Jacob Jack.
And I know it's Jacob, but I get tongue twisted. Cooper Mann's going to lead off for Heritage. It's going to Joe Walker and Josh Hines first 3 up. Cooper tripled early and was out 6 out on a ground ball to shortstop in the 3rd.
Oh.
And Cooper's going to shoot one out to left field, and it's going to be a kind of an excuse-me base hit for his second hit of the night, but we'll take it. Looked like that off-speed pitch. He caught a little bit off the end of the bat, but our leadoff hitter again is going to be on in the 5th inning and bringing up Joe Walker. And again, we're back in that, James, in that position we were in the 4th inning.
Let's get Cooper over to second.
Yeah,
let's
get
another
chance.
run.
Yeah, move him over. Walker attempts the bunt.
Caught it just right off the end of the bat.
He did, and an outside pitch, and he pushed it foul to the third base side for strike 1. The third baseman is playing in.
You know, you got Cooper over there at first. He's got some good speed.
He does have good speed.
So if you can lay down a bunt, pretty decent one.
Anything.
Chances of them turning a double play off that is slim, or even getting Cooper out of second.
Be one if you could get one down the first baseline, could be a little tricky for them with him holding the runner and probably the runner off on contact. So. And the delivery. Walker squares.
Foul in the box.
And he's unable to get it fair. So he's going to be down 0-2. A couple difficult pitches there. I think he think a couple of years from now, Joe's able to pull back on that one and let that one go. But as a sophomore, so 0-2, Cooper man at first, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth.
Calls time.
Not used to all these times. You watch a lot of Major League Baseball, you don't get all these times. I mean, timeout. Joe spoils an off-speed pitch. Count remains 0-2, and a good job there just kind of spoiling something that was kind of difficult to hit. Richardson with the set. And another foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Seeing a lot of pitches, James. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Hey, like I was talking about last inning, got to just rack up that pitch count.
Exactly.
Har-ber's got some people milling around over there in the bullpen.
Looks that way. And there's a ground ball, and Joe Walker is going to do his job and get the runner to second base. Just making contact and putting it in play. With 2 strikes, that's a pretty nice play by the sophomore. And that's going to move Cooper man to second base with 1 out. The things that don't look good in the scorebook is a 6-3 ground out, but in that particular play, that's a good job by Joe with 2 outs.
Oh, exactly. Or with no outs.
I mean,
got 1 out.
Yeah.
And got Cooper out there in scoring position now.
Exactly. Move the runner as a productive at bat.
You know, Josh comes out here, hits anything to the right side, should push him to third. You know, or if it's down, looks like Har-ber intentionally walked him, put him on first base, set up for a double play here.
So Josh Hines is going to go to first. They're going to put runners on first and second with 1 out, and they're going to bring Joe Martinez in. Joe is a good kid. He's probably not as fast as Josh. Probably an idea that thinking if we can get something hard on the ground, maybe we can get 2. So Har-ber's playing the double play.
They're looking for the double play ball here.
Strategy, and Joe's going to take the first curveball for a strike.
You know, this is where as a hitter you want to try to make them
pay.
A mistake.
Yeah, make them pay here. Lots of room there between first and second, the first baseman and the second baseman. Something here behind the runners is. And they're off. And they're going to throw Cooper man out at third. He's going to get caught at third trying to steal.
Puts Josh at second, though, you know. It was worth a shot.
And
it's kind of like you're talking about manufacturing some runs, putting some pressure on them. Sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah, that's the risk you take. And I think trying to stay out of the double play ball and move the runner. And there's a base hit.
And let's see this. Josh don't go home. See how this is going to be. He caught the backside of that plate. You know, it looked like his hands squirted across it.
It did, and the umpire doesn't really make a call because I don't think he felt like there was a tag or the guy had touched the runner had touched the plate, and then therefore there was no call.
Yeah, that's
until the tag. But they're going to get not Joe, but Josh Hines trying to score there for the third out. So that's going to end the inning with no runs across with a couple hits. But we're going to go to the top of the sixth with the War Eagles up 3-0.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this? Man,
Penguin, penguin, penguin.
hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
So we're back here at the top of the sixth inning, and Heritage threatening in the bottom of the fifth, and a caught stealing and a play at home plate that erases two runners and takes away an opportunity to possibly score, leaving the score at 3-0, bringing up Rhett Richardson, the pitcher for Har-ber. Here in the top of the sixth, Jacob Ham has gone the distance and has been just short of exceptional. And again, outstanding job with a fastball on the outside part, fouled back and up 0-1 on the count. I don't think Coach Walker could have asked any more from Jacob of what he's given this evening.
No, he's done a terrific job. Ooh, went right behind him.
You know, there's just some things in sports you never forget. If it's a basketball player, is when somebody dunks on you. And if you're a hitter in baseball, is when somebody throws you right behind your head.
Yeah, and it curves right around you.
Those are times in your sports career that you don't really ever forget. And with that, Richardson's up ahead of Jacob Ham, 2-1 in the count, with nobody on and nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Ground ball to Easton Royal, and Joe Martinez is going to pick another one out of the dirt for the first out. So nice play by JoJo, nice play by
it was all around. Great pitch.
Yeah.
Produced a ground ball. Easton settled, didn't panic.
He didn't panic, and
Joe stayed in there. JoJo stayed in there and picked it out. You know, that's the job as a first baseman. Make your infielders look good.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of pressure off your infielders when you know anywhere you throw it over there, he's going to get it. So this is Nash Jeffries. Jeffus, sorry, my fault. Struck out the first time up and was out 5-4 in the fourth inning. And with the first pitch fouled out 0-1. And an excuse me, and Joe Walker is going to throw a one-hopper to Joe Martinez, and it's going to get by him, and he's going to get on base.
You know, that was just a weird play. Right off the bat, that was, right over the mound. Those are kind of hard to field because you don't know what they're going to bounce.
Yeah, and things happen so fast out there, and if you sit away from it, you watch it on television, you think, well, he had plenty, what's he doing? But, that's in a blink of an eye, that play, and really, had a chance to get him out at first. So nice effort.
Oh. Good play out there by Jacob Lies. Oh, almost doubled him off.
Jacob Lies with a diving play to turn away Jackson Pickard.
That makes you feel good as a pitcher. See your outfielders and laying out for them.
And a nice play with that.
Makes some plays.
Makes you a little nervous with a 3-0 lead when you're diving for one there, but we're going to take it. We're going to take it. It's going to bring up Trayson Reith. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Nash Jeffries at first. Jacob Ham, and there's a flare out into right field, and that's going to get down.
But Cooper's there quick. Keeps the runners at first and second.
So with 2 outs, runners at first and second, but a base hit for Trayson Reith. You know, I don't know, but it sounded like that one vibrated. My hand started to hurt when I when I heard it. And it's not extremely warm outside as you look outside, and we see a lot of blankets and a lot of hoods. So that one off the handle might have hurt a little bit.
Looks like we're going to have a pitch hitter here. Looks like it's going to be Eli Marin, number 27.
And he is going to bat for Griffin Kelly.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
27 is in for Griffin Kelly.
Eli Marin?
Eli Marin will take over, which looks to be in center field.
You know, you're talking about the weather. About 51 degrees, but you got some wind.
Yeah, and it's one of those, you know, cold spring days.
Yeah, Old Glory's out there wrapped around the flagpole.
It is. So first and second here, and 2 outs in the top of the 6th, and that one's going to be low and away. Again, Jacob Ham has gone the distance and has pitched out of a couple jams. Hopefully he can find a few strikes here.
Just swing and a miss.
Nice fastball on the outside part.
Let's see, he's got out of bases loaded. He's got out of runners at second and third.
Yeah. And
why not add first and second too?
Might as well the trifecta. So Kelly's going to step in here with an even count 1-1.
Oh, that's a good strike right there.
Another beautiful fastball on the outside part, making it 1-2. And you know, it's about making pitches, and he's done that. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
And another nice fastball by Jacob Ham, and that's going to be a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning. And with a hit and an error, we're going to leave 2 stranded. And the War Eagles are going to come up to bat here up 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th. And with that, we'll take a short break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this? Man,
Bang one. Bang one.
hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Bang one.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. Yeah, I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Bottom of the 6th as we return. Heritage is going to send Easton Royal up to the plate, as well as Jacob Ham and Boston Graber. Easton has had a really he's had an impactful night, James. I mean, a couple plays at shortstop, and he's been on base, made some nice base running plays. He's going to swing at the first one and foul it down the third base line for strike 1.
You know, I was just glad to see him coming out there. I mean, 6 hits tonight. I mean, they're coming out swinging.
Yeah, and you got to be aggressive. In sports, you got to err on the side of aggression. To steal a quote from Josh Lehman, our girls basketball coach.
You know, 6'8",
Jet swing, it's a strike.
You know, 6'8" ain't no joke.
It isn't.
You always gotta get after it. And there are no off nights.
You can't win a war by just digging holes. So you got to get out there and go to war. And
there's another one.
Another nice swing by Easton Royal for his second hit of the night. So he's got a big part of it tonight. He's had an RBI. He's had a stolen base. He scored a run. So he's had a few plays at short. So Easton is a big part of it tonight. So.
Yeah, he's staying compact and just hitting it where they're giving it, hitting the balls that they're giving to him, pushing it to where it's being pitched to. And
he's got good speed, and he is a problem at first base. So he might set a record tonight for diving back into first base.
Yeah, you never know because, I mean, he was one of the ones he tried to pick off a bunch last time.
And Jacob's going to square. They're going to throw it back behind, the old back pick.
So they're going to try the catcher back picking him this time instead of the pitcher since that didn't work.
That's going to be ball one. A nice job by Jacob not to offer at that pitch. So 1-0. Lots of activity in the Har-ber bullpen.
Yeah, they're double barreling over there, righty and a lefty.
It's a breaking ball in for a strike on the inside part, making it 1-1. You know, in our land of tremendously competitive high school sports in Northwest Arkansas, every run matters. And there's Easton off to the races, and Jacob Ham with a hit behind the runner. Looked like Major League Baseball right there. Outstanding, and an overthrow. But our confines here at Heritage are going to keep it in, and that's the way you do it right there, folks.
And that was a good eye by Jacob there, advancing to second base on that one.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I wish we had a camera down there a little bit closer to see how close that came right behind Easton.
Yeah.
That was a liner.
Yeah, and I mean, he hit behind the runner just like you work, outside pitch, and just outstanding. And Heritage is threatening here in the bottom of the sixth.
You know, you're talking about hitting behind the runner. I just don't know if I'd want to be that close. Because that thing was moving.
It was. It was a beautiful job by Jacob. And there's runners here on second and third in the bottom of the sixth.
Here's Boston Graber.
And Boston Graber is going to come up with nobody out.
No, on Jacob's hit there, you couldn't ask anything else. I mean, anything better. Easton had the go sign.
Right.
He had the green light to steal. He was off on movement.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things that's what the game gives you because, you know, with a runner at first and a right-handed hitter up, your second baseman's going to be playing a little closer to second base because he's going to cover on a steal and he's going to be there in double play depth. But then when that runner goes, he's going to take a step towards second, thinking he's covering, and then there you got the hit behind the runner in a big hole. So, great job, Coach Walker and the Heritage War Eagles. And
looks like we're going to have a mound visit here.
Har-ber is going to, looks like, make a pitching change. Dustin Helmkamp there, the head coach for Har-ber, is going to take the slow walk out. He's going to give it the old signal to the pen.
It looked like he was motioning the dugout there.
Yeah, I think they're making a change. 20 is coming in to play right field.
And number 20 is Braden Threat.
And 19 is coming in.
That's Nash Jeffus.
And he's going to the pen. And it looks like, well, we don't know what's going on. We're just speculating.
Yeah. You know, figuring out. Oh, they got somebody coming in now?
Number 14.
Trying to figure it out. So number 14?
14 is in.
Max Stewart.
Max Stewart is coming in to pitch. And we're going to put him in place, even we're not the official book, but we're going to put him here for Rhett Richardson. And what was his name?
Max Stewart.
Max Stewart. A lot of changes going on. We're going to struggle keeping up with that because we're not very bright. It's that simple. We're slow when it comes to baseball changes. You know, in basketball, there's only 5 guys. You know, one guy comes in, one guy goes out, and you can put them in for anybody. You know, it doesn't have to be position for position. And then they don't have to, shoot in order. So, but we're going to bring in Max Stewart, number 14, and Max, a sophomore, junior. What is Max?
Oh. Let's see here. He's a junior.
Max Stewart Jr. is big here, big part of the game. Last year, and James, maybe you remember this game at Har-ber, Heritage was up early, and I think we gave up a home run late.
I can't really remember. I mean, it's been a while ago.
I know, and it seems like we lost a heartbreaker. I shouldn't even bring that up, but it was, or maybe it was just got closer at the end kind of thing. Well, that's what we're going to say. We're going to say it just got close at the end.
Well, I know we won it here.
Well, there you go. So,
the one thing about the War Eagles here is, with Coach Walker and Coach Wynn and Coach Rogers, that they teach, always fight.
They always do.
Never quit. One of their biggest mottos is everything matters.
Everything matters.
Everything you do.
Yep.
See if Boston can find a hole here. If they'll play in for Har-ber.
Yeah.
That's when little flare would work great.
No kidding. A lot of space there behind the infield.
Little flare or good hard hit fly ball deep. So Easton and Jacob can tag up and advance or try to squeak another one across here.
Boston takes a curveball for a strike, and a lot of space out there. The standpoint of how much do you bring your outfield in too in this situation, because I mean you're creating a lot of space behind the outfield for something or behind your infield for something to fall. So just a little bingo here, something hard and on the ground could score a run.
As an infielder, hard hit ground balls come at you a heck of a lot faster, which opens up.
Yes, there's a fastball in the dirt. So we're going to even the count up 1-1. I guess it depends how desperate you are. If you're pretty desperate, those outfielders are playing too deep because there's too much space between the shortstop and the center fielder.
But then if you bring them in, you're giving up the space
That's
behind
right.
them.
That's right. So it's not that desperate.
If you drop one down in front of them, you might get one run.
Right. But over the head, there's going to be two to
at
score.
least two.
For sure. So.
And then then the batter could end up in scoring position again, and you're back in it.
Right. That's a curveball up. It's going to bring the count to 2-1 on Boston Graber. Freshman Boston Graber. I mean, do we hear that he is a freshman or the he's a freshman chant yet? That's what we'd like to hear.
Well, there's not a whole lot of chance that happen in baseball.
No, there isn't. That's right. That's right. And forget where I am. And a curveball outside is going to make it 3-1.
Here, there's a lot more moaning and groaning at the umpires.
So a favorable count here for Boston, and it's something maybe he can get to. Can't say anymore. Put a grass stain on it, but maybe he can get one past the infield here and score a couple runs for us. And a curveball, a high curveball, is going to be called a strike to bring the count to 3-2. Nobody out here. Bottom of the sixth. That's Easton Royal at third. That's Jacob Ham at second. And freshman Boston Graber here with a full count. Max Stewart with the sign and the payoff pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. And that's going to load the bases of a ball 4 breaking ball. I used to get in trouble for stuff like that.
Looks like we might be having another change here.
And we're gonna
Looks like we might see.
we're gonna take a timeout here as they sort through some changes. So let's go to break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Tull. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Tull helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Don't you sure you want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
We're going to sort through these changes, and we're not going to do a very good job at it.
Well,
but
luckily, the only change is Nash Jeffers came into pitch.
Nash Jeffers is going to be in the pitch. And what we know about Nash Jeffers is he's
a senior.
He's a senior.
Yeah, his fastball's going to be it's going to move a little bit. It's
Yeah.
going to have a little speed behind it. Haven't seen him pitch in several years, but
he's going to come in and the first batter is Carter Muth, who singled last time up, struck out in the second. So we had some doubles. I don't want to say double switch. That doesn't make sense. But we had some re-entries, and Nash came out of right field
to go to the pen to warm up.
Go to the pen to warm up, and then had a player then re-enter. And we'll get the changes here. It looks like Rhett Richardson is still in the game. We're not sure where his positioning will be, but he'll remain in and hit. So this could just probably be just a reshuffling, and everything else is going to stay the same.
Looks like Nash said he's ready to go.
So if I was a betting man, we're going to say that probably Max Stewart came in for.
While you sort through that, we'll just catch everybody up. We got
That's
bases loaded, no outs. Carter Muth up. You got Boston Graber at first, Jacob Ham at second, Eastern Royal at third.
Yeah.
Infield still playing in for Har-ber.
Very good. And the first pitch is a slider, and it's got away, and Caleb Royal is sliding in, and he's going to be safe. And that's going to be a wild pitch that's going to score Easton Royal on the first pitch.
And for the War Eagles, that works out perfect. Takes away double play ball right there.
It does, and the runners will move up, and that's going to be ball one for Carter Muth. And that was kind of a slider and just got away. And, again, a great job by Easton Royal, who's got the best name in baseball. Base running and aggressive, and
that one just missed out.
And takes Har-ber out of a double play and scores a run. So that's going to make it 4-0 here in the bottom of the sixth. And Easton Royal, a big part of everything that's going on.
And as far as like tiebreakers and stuff like that, because we could end up 1-1 in the series in this.
Exactly, and that's what I said before. Every run is humongous, right?
So it'd be nice to see Jacob get across the plate here.
Right, exactly. And in the AAA tiebreaker, and I'm going to say it in basketball, it can be, and most likely is, run differential.
Correct.
Right? So if we lose 4-0 and win 5-0, then
it's good for us.
That's good for us. So this runner at third base and second base are humongous. So it's the count. Last pitch was a strike, so it's 2-2 here for Carter. And he, what we would call, uncorked a curveball high and up, and it's going to be full. Infield in for Har-ber. They know how important this run is, not just to this game, but to the series in itself. Outfield playing deep.
Ooh.
And that is a pitch on the outside part that is questionable, but the ump's going to give him a strike, and that's going to be the first out. So Carter Muth goes down on strikes for 1 out.
Looks like we might have a pitch hitter coming in here for Thatch.
Okay, I mean, I'm running out of space here.
Well,
I shouldn't have wrote all those, with senior juniors in those spaces.
and it looks like we're going to have, let me look here, Matthew Gile.
Matthew Gwill, number 30, Matthew
Yep.
Gwill.
And Matthew is a sophomore. So he's a lefty. So hopefully he can come up and find him a.
Matthew Gwill, sophomore, left-handed hitter, is going to bat for Thatch Dover. I'm assuming that'll be a re-entry.
Yeah, that's what I think the umpire was just telling the Har-ber coach over there, that Thatch is going to re-enter in the bottom half of the inning here,
Yeah,
or the top half of the seventh.
So with 1 out and runners on second and third, Will steps in.
Yep, here comes the Har-ber coach again.
And
I wonder if they're going to go to the pen and bring in lefty.
they are, and they're going to make a change. And with this pitching change, left-hander coming in for Har-ber, we are going to take a quick break.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Don't you sure you want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
Okay, well, we're back, and with the pitching change,
It looks like Har-ber, I can't see the number, I'll have to see it here in a second. Looks like 31, Drew Crowley, a lefty. They brought him out of the pen whenever Coach Walker started bringing in Matthew Gile, who's a left-handed hitter. So they went to a lefty, trying to get that lefty-lefty matchup. But in the middle of that changing, Coach Walker changed his pitch hitter and is bringing in number 23, Ronnie Acosta. So we'll see how this goes.
so the chess match, and you shouldn't call it a chess match because not all the pieces move the same. I learned that from the Coach Neighbors, the women's coach at the University of Arkansas. He said, athletics is not a chess match because all the pieces move the same for both places. But we're going to move that left-handed hitter out and bring a right-handed hitter in as Har-ber brings that left-handed pitcher in. So, and as we were talking during the break, what a great game this has been, and what a great two teams that have the ability to make these changes. So
yeah.
It's easy to sit up here and say, hey, you should bring in the lefty, but if you don't have a lefty, you can't bring him in. So
correct. And then, Coach Walker matches it with
a right-handed hitter. So
it's a man-child down there.
yeah.
I mean,
yes,
he's a big boy.
That is a big feller.
Put him on the blocks down there for you.
No kidding. So did you say Ronnie? Ronnie Acosta steps in, and the pitch, and a big swing.
Barely missed that one.
And 31 for Har-ber is Drew Crowley, a junior pitcher. So Crowley in as the left-hander for Har-ber. Acosta in, 0-1 the count. Heritage looking to bust this thing wide open. And a breaking ball down and in is going to even the count 1-1.
Ronnie's a junior. He was here last year. I think last year was his first year here. Time flies, so I can't keep up with it. But seeing their growth and this man-child, he's got some size since last year.
Yes,
He's got even bigger.
A 1-1 and the delivery.
I mean,
And
that came off like a rocket.
Inside out swing, foul down the first base side. It's going to bring the count to 1-2. So Crowley's going to have the advantage here, 1-2 with 1 out, runners on second and third. And the pitch.
Ooh.
And a
Just
pitch
missed.
that has been called a strike. Now and again on the outside part, it's called a ball. 2-2.
Yeah, that outside pitch has kind of been the one that's kind of been back and forth a little bit tonight.
A little bit, yes.
But granted, up here, it's kind of hard to see exactly
Right.
what it's doing.
Two, 1 out. And a breaking ball up.
Ronnie's worked the count full here.
And full count.
You know, as a pitcher, you don't want to give him too much to hit, but you want to try to get him to swing and miss.
Exactly, but you do have first base open. And that's going to be a ball shot down past the first baseman. Jack Ham is going to score.
Jacob
Ham's going to score. Boston Graber's going to score, and Acosta is going to end up with a single. And Heritage is going to extend their lead to 6.
And it looks like
nothing.
Thatch is going to come in and run for Ronnie.
And Thatch is going to re-enter.
You know, that's kind of like, you know, match for match. You know, worked out in a good favor. Shot that sucker right down the first base line.
Yes.
First baseman barely missed it and got two more runs for the War Eagles there.
Exactly. And, you know,
and we roll it back over to the top with Cooper coming up.
Exactly. So we're going to have Thatch Dover back at first base, re-entering for Ronnie Acosta. 1 out. Heritage up 6-0. Bottom of 6. 1 out. And Cooper Mann to the plate. Takes the first pitch, fouls it down the first base line. Cooper has been on twice tonight and been caught stealing. He's tripled in the first inning, singled in the fifth. And he's put a charge into deep left field. Get out of here. And it's down at the track. And Thatch Dover is going to be
out at home.
Out at home.
You know.
I got tongue twisted there, but I wanted to say Thatcher Dove, and it's Thatch Dover. But Cooper Mann's going to end up at second with his third hit of the night. We're going to give him a double. And Thatch Dover is going to be caught at home. And a nice play and a nice relay.
I do like seeing the aggressiveness on the bases, though.
Yeah.
Trying to, push another run. And I think if we would have had the win that we had at the beginning of the game,
It'd be
that would
different.
have been gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was right there at the wall.
So hopefully this doesn't come to pass, but Cooper Mann's on track to hit for the cycle. Joe Walker up. He's going to take the first pitch out just a bit outside.
I think that was a little bit farther out, but again, up here it's hard
It's
to
amazing these guys are laying off such close pitches. Drew Crowley again, the lefty that was brought in. Joe's going to take that outside pitch down the third base way for a foul ball, evening the count 1-1. Cooper Mann at second base. So humongous runs like we talked before, James. 4-0 last night at Har-ber, 6-0 tonight here. Kind of gives you the win of the series if that comes to pass. And a breaking ball in the dirt gets by him. Cooper Mann's going to move up to third base.
But back to what you're saying about the runs, yeah, definitely is in our favor at this point.
Yeah.
We just, come in, let's take on some more runs in this one. Yeah, we have 2 outs, but I've seen these kids turn around and really get a 2-out rally going.
Yeah. In this situation, you never want to sacrifice the outcome, but you want every run you can get. I mean, it's not a time to be risky, but you definitely want to get every run you can get. In basketball, it's a 10-point cap. So, like, you know, if you beat a team by 30, you still just get 10 tiebreaker points. But I'm not sure the baseball rule, but it's probably more than 2. And Walker's going to go down on strikes. It's breaking ball in the outside part. But Heritage breaks the game open with 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, capped off by a couple hits. Easton Royal, Jacob Ham with a beautiful hit and run, and they're gonna send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the plate and score 3 runs. And with that 6-0 in the bottom of the 6th, we're gonna send it to a short break. We'll be back in a second.
Crafton, President and CEO of Crafton Toll. Our team is not just a collection of engineers, surveyors, and designers. We have a passion for Northwest Arkansas. Our team is helping to shape the future of this community. We're more than an engineering firm, we're your neighbors. Crafton Toll helps to ensure our roads, bridges, and public spaces keep pace with the growth of Northwest Arkansas. Together, we're driving progress that's rooted in Northwest Arkansas values.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Man, penguin, penguin.
Hey, look, we got 45 minutes.
Penguin.
Nobody likes to wait. Mercy is eliminating the wait for great health care.
You look terrible. I feel terrible.
Our online tools mean you can get the care you need now. Mercy Now. More of what you need now.
All right, Tom, we're back now. So we got a pitch change for Heritage. Number 14, senior Braxton Graber coming in. We're leaving Jacob Ham, in the top of the 7th. Well, let's just talk about Jacob Ham real quick.
No kidding.
The sophomore coming in, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits, no runs.
No runs. He's pitched out of some really, really difficult jams, and in the 3rd inning, a big jam with the bases loaded and 2 strikeouts. So just an outstanding job by Jacob. I mean, I keep calling him Jack, but I'm thinking of the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the 70s.
But yeah, I mean, he pitched out of bases loaded, runners at 2nd and 3rd, runners at 1st and 2nd. He worked his way back, and then I believe his bat's been good today too.
And yes, and then today he's scored a run and he's got a hit, and so I mean, it takes the whole team. I mean, it doesn't matter the sport. Everybody's got to contribute, and when you get contributions from several places, defensively and offensively, you're in a really, really good place. It looks like Jacob will move to 3rd base.
Yeah, Jacob's going to 3rd base,
and
I think that's the only change.
And this is Braxton Graber. Braxton's going to start off with a fastball up.
Yeah.
And this is Luke Cornelison.
Yeah. And with Braxton here, he's definitely he throws a little bit harder and a little bit faster than Jacob. But hey, sometimes you got to change bat speeds here. They've been looking at the big curve and.
Yeah, that was like to quote Major League, that was nice velocity, and it sounded like it for the second ball. So he threw one up and away. And Luke Cornelison, he flied out in the 1st and hit a rocket in the 3rd off the top of the wall in center field, and then was caught looking on just a beautiful curveball by Jacob Ham for the first out of the 5th inning. So he's 1 for 3, but a dangerous player without a doubt. So definitely one we want to keep off the bases if at all costs. 3-0, and not the start you want here. So this is a situation with a 6-0 lead. You definitely don't want to give anybody a free pass to first base. So I think you could throw this one right down the middle because I don't think he's swinging. and that's going to be ball 4 high. 4 fastballs, all of them up, and that's going to put Cornelison on first base with a no-out walk and a leadoff hitter at first.
And most important thing to note here is, all these kids, this is their, like Braxton, this is his first game to pitch in this year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
kind of get back in the groove.
Right.
It's still early.
Yes. And
got it right there.
Luke Altum, senior second baseman there, is going to take the first pitch for a strike on the outside part. Nothing but heat here from Braxton Graber.
You got to watch out. He's got a big old curve, too. But he can drop it in there. And
it's just one of those times where I think you just got to step up and just challenge him and be the aggressor.
Coach Walker's the one that calls calls the pitches.
He's a former catcher, would call pitches. And
the catchers wear the earpieces now and talk
no
through
kidding.
walkie-talkie, one-way walkie-talkie. And
wow, that's big time.
With
It's
Luke,
big time when you do stuff like that.
with Luke, he's definitely playing. Doesn't want to give him anything meaty over the plate, and see if we can give him chase some. There's that big curve.
There's a beautiful pitch there, like a little more downward break than Jacob Ham, but just a beautiful pitch there. It looks like he's kind of settled in a little bit. So 0-2 the count here. War Eagles had broken it open 6-0. And that's going to another beautiful curveball on the outside part. It's going to catch Altum looking for the first out. So with 1 out, junior Davis Dyer, catcher, is going to step in. And it looks like Braxton is starting to
Sometimes it takes a little bit to settle down. You get out there in your first game, that heart rate's up.
You're all fired up, and you think you can throw it 127 miles an hour, and now a beautiful strike there on a fastball. He's got nice movement. Ball kind of explodes out of his hands. He's got nice velocity. He left that curveball up a little.
Didn't miss by a bunch.
No, just a little bit. My pitching coach used to say, got to get that curveball out over the barrel. He'd say, there's a barrel out in front of you, a trash can, and don't release that thing until you got it over the barrel. And that one wasn't quite over the barrel, but not far.
Oh, just up again.
That one was very, very close. It's a really nice pitch there. So 2-1 to count. Again, War Eagles are in control here, 6-0. Runner at first with 1 out. 2-1 on Davis Dyer. It's ball 3, the fastball down. As expected, Cornelison not much of a lead at first, as his one run won't matter unless 5 score after him. And that one is high and wide, as we would say. And that's the second walk of the inning. That pushes Cornelison to second and puts Dyer at first, with Braxton Graber's second walk of the inning. So a walk, a strikeout, a walk. If we keep up that pattern, James,
We'll be all right.
we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Aiden Evans in. And ball 1 on the inside part. That pitch was much closer. Fastball in for a strike. And looks like Har-ber's probably going to take until they get a strike. The old baseball strategy when you're down 6-0. So 1-1. Aiden Evans, the senior, and Braxton Graber here to try and close things out here. And that ball is up and away. So 2-1 with 1 out.
Nice little ground, get a little ground ball.
That would make, and I could get home and get some dinner. I think that's what it's about. I think right now. There's your ground ball,
But
very good. Jojo Martinez is going to step on first for the second out. 3 unassisted, and there's 2 outs, and we're 1 out away
from a War Eagle win.
For a War Eagle win here. Rhett Richardson here. But again, this is critical elements, even if, you definitely, you don't want to let these 2 runs get in. You don't want to let, if Richardson gets a hit here and you win 6-2, then, the 4-0 loss, 0-4 loss yesterday and the 6-2 makes you completely even here. And that's going to be a ball up with a fastball. So you're definitely looking at this as trying to end this, close this out with a shutout. Graber. And another fastball up. Two the count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Heritage.
Got it back in there for another strike.
Very nice. Right there. I'd stay right there. Two and 1 the count, 2 outs.
That's a pretty curveball right there.
Breaking ball in for the second strike. So the Heritage is 1 out, 1 pitch away here from taking the 6-0 lead into the clubhouse. And
he spoiled that one.
Richardson spoils really another nice curve, keeping the count 2-2. Lots of 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. The fastball up and away.
I like the idea where he's going there. He's been on top of it. Just kind of see if he'll chase it outside.
Yeah. It's just a little too far outside. So the count's full here. And they foul down the first base line. JoJo
just glanced off his glove.
Is going to run into the fence and not make the play.
That was a heck of an effort, though.
It was. Off-speed pitch by Graber, and he fouled it down the first base line, and JoJo had an opportunity. Looks like he
needs to take him a second there.
Get a breath there, big guy.
It's like we were talking about earlier whenever Jacob Lyles laid out for that one. As a pitcher, you love to see your fielders
no kid
risking for it. Last out of the game and trying to end it on a crazy play.
Exactly. Yeah, that is a great effort by Joe. Again, the pitch, and that ball's in the dirt. And that's going to be a strikeout, but he's going to get to first with 2 outs. A run is going to score. It's making the score 6-1. Richardson's going to get to first on a pass ball. And looks like Luke Cornelison is going to score. And Davis Dyer moves to third. So runners in first and third here on the strikeout, but the pass ball is going to keep this game moving and make the score 6-1. So you get the old first and third situation here. This is a dicey situation with with a 6-1 lead as we keep going back to the 4-0 loss yesterday. So we need to stop them in their tracks right here. It says ball up. Nash, Jeffus Ahead in the count 1-0. It'll be a fastball for a strike. And again, Har-ber taking until they get a strike. I don't know. Have they swung the bat?
A couple times. They found some off. But
yeah, they've had a ground ball for the second out.
there's swing and a miss.
Swing and miss. And again, down Heritage here, one strike away from a 6-1 victory. And the delivery. And
Pulled that one.
Nash is going to foul this off. He was behind, but he stayed alive. Count remains 1-2. The delayed start here is cutting into my lunch, my dinner time, James. I mean, 7:44.
Just think there's one more game after this.
Yeah, well, somebody's else is gonna do that one. And the runner's gonna move on the pass ball. The Dyer is gonna remain at third base. The count is 2-2. Those runners on second and third. Again, still one strike away to ending this.
There it is.
And the curveball is going to get him looking. Great pitch by Braxton Graber there is going to end it. Heritage is going to come away with a victory. 4-0-4 like yesterday, 6-1 tonight. Got to like the way this one comes out. James, what's your thoughts on the way this?
They came out and played well today. I mean, like we've been talking about, Jacob Ham came out and he dealt it on the mound today.
No doubt. And, with 8 strikeouts, we said, only a couple walks, no runs, 6 innings, outstanding, a big win for Heritage, their first conference win. Just a couple recap offensively. Cooper Mann gets 3 hits, a single and a double and a triple, and scores a run. Easton Royal is there with a couple hits tonight, scores a couple runs, and a lot of the contributions for a lot of different places. So outstanding home opener.
It's fantastic. We'll be back here next Monday against Springdale at 5 o'clock.
Har-ber is going to take on. They're going to play Bishop Kelly on Friday, but Heritage is going to. We're going to be back here Monday night. So, hey, don't listen to us. I mean, don't stay at home and watch on your computer because we're terrible. You need to come out here and watch these guys play and put your, get in the seats and watch these kids play. It was a great game tonight.
One thing real quick, next week on Tuesday, March 11th, when we're at Springdale, it's not at Springdale, it's at Arvest Ballpark.
It's at Arvest Ballpark.
Come out and watch.
A great chance to come out and watch some couple really good teams play. For James Temple.